Look at the image quality! So much better! And the audio? Thanks for your feedback about the chapters I wrote. That was actually really helpful. But I'm a little worried, because one of your favorite lines was, he moved so fast, sometimes he got where he was going before I noticed he'd left where he was. By the way, that's blank piece of paper. Nothing on that. I'm quoting myself when I get the quote wrong. The thing I'm worried about, though, is I don't know if I'm quoting myself. I think I'm quoting somebody else. Like, I think somebody else wrote that, and I just took it from them. Like, I'm just grabbing this and it's going in my book. I don't like that. I don't like the idea that my work is not my own work. I mean, I know if you want to bake a pie from scratch, you gotta first invent the whole universe. Yeah, I get that. But still, like, where do you differentiate between this is his work versus my work? Where is that line drawn? Because I don't want this to just be a copy of another book. And I mean, that includes characters too. I don't want to just have a carbon copy of somebody else's character in my book. Because that's really easy to me. To just say, alright, I'm just gonna take this plot and these characters and I'm just gonna copy it down and I'm gonna change some stuff, but it's the same. I feel a lot of the work is like that. Not the good work, but there's a lot of work that just it feels the same. Which again is interesting because a pioneer in a field is fantastic. If you can pioneer anything, then you're good. But even if something else along the same lines is fantastic, if somebody read the other book first, then yours isn't as good. Like Tolkien pioneered the fantasy, but in my mind some other works are better, but they don't get looked at because Tolkien did it first. So I don't know, these are some of the things that worry me. Onto the book, I think I'm going to continue along both of these paths. I'm going to write the first person and the third person, and I'm going to refer to them as that because that's how I want them to be different. I mean, there's other differences, the relationship between the characters and the like, but I'm going to continue them separately, and I want your advice on both of them, and probably by the end of this I'll drop one or mesh them or do something. Along the lines of editing, I'm going to continue calling these, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, but that's not actually how I imagine it. So far, I'm probably going to spend 4 chapters writing a rough draft of chapter 1. This is just so that I can talk about it and you can read it and respond to it and not have to be like, the 5th paragraph in chapter 1, and then the other version, that's just going to get confusing. So I'm going to call it chapter 1 first person and chapter 1 third person. I'm already confusing myself. So I wrote some more, and the links are also in the doobly-doo again to the same Facebook page. So if you could go there and take a look at that, please do. And let me know what you think. I'm gonna go back to writing.